Recording.
Okay, so I started a video and started driving and everything, and then all I had on was shorts and a t-shirt. And it's comfortable right now. And I probably could have gotten away with it, but if I'm going to be doing a prolonged video, especially if I'm going towards the lakefront, I want to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible. So I decided to put some jeans on and a jacket on, which it's nice outside. Like, see, people are in shorts and t-shirts. It's probably still like 75, 70, between 70 and 75. But once you're on the scooter, there's nothing protecting you from the air. I don't have any windshield or anything. At least when you're on a motorcycle, you have a windshield. So you're not really feeling the wind on your chest and I have a helmet on, so I guess it's not on my face, but and your legs, depending on what kind of motorcycle you're on, usually your legs have some protection, but yeah, I'm pretty much just sitting on a bike going, 30, 40 miles an hour. It's a little chilly, and especially when we're going to the lake. It's one thing that's, interesting about having the Great Lake on our being on the coast of the Great Lake is that, in the summertime, it's cooler by the lake because the land heats and cools quicker than the water does in the lake. And so in the summer it's usually cooler by the lake, and they'll say that on the news and stuff. In the wintertime, a lot of times it's the opposite. It'll stay warmer. So my thought was, we gotta get downtown again. That's my thought. We're gonna get downtown, maybe take a couple different routes and maybe zigzag around the actual downtown area. But I wanted to take a different route there. So we're on Lincoln Avenue right now in West Allis. We actually might be in West Milwaukee, but you'll see it becomes a little bit more industrial. And then as we approach 43rd Street, or Miller Parkway, you'll have more retail, like big box stores. It's funny how I'm gonna slow down. This guy's throwing branches out the back. The sketchy trailer. There we go, West Milwaukee. Yeah, they renamed the stadium American Family Field, but I think most people still call it Miller Park. Got a little glimpse of downtown. Brewers are actually playing the Cubs in Wrigleyville today. And the Bucks are out of the playoffs. They had a tough loss the other day. A limousine. So it's Friday night, probably around 5:30, May 3rd. And my thought was, it's still a little early, but I'm thinking I'm going to go downtown. Maybe I'll make it to the lakefront a little bit. And then I want to hit like all of the nightlife districts. We've got quite a few of them downtown, so a lot of other cities maybe will have like one strip that has all your restaurants and bars and nightlife and stuff. Well, Milwaukee doesn't have like one big strip, but it's got a lot of little nodes, little neighborhoods, and each one of them is usually bustling. Some of them are close together that you could potentially walk to them, like between them, but usually, at least from the times when I lived downtown, usually you'd pick a street for the night. So most of them are based around a street. So you'll have like Water Street or 3rd Street or Brady Street. But then you also have Cathedral Square, the 3rd Ward, Kinnickinnick. We've done Kinnickinnick quite a few times. But another thought I had was we could do that now and we'd kind of see like the dinner crowd. And I don't really know if there's any events really going on in town, so I'm not real sure how busy it's going to be downtown. I mean, it's Friday night. It's going to be as busy as it can get, I guess. And then I was thinking of possibly doing an after dark ride back to downtown to those same streets. So we'll see. We'll see how much ambition I have later tonight. And if the video even comes out. So this is called the Lincoln Village neighborhood. It's been a Hispanic neighborhood since I've been alive. You'll see a lot of signs in Spanish. You know, all the street signs are in English, but a lot of like the store signs will be in Spanish or have Spanish or like Mexican influence. There's a lot of Mexican, Puerto Rican, that's usually what I see. But I'm sure there's other races in there as well, or other nationalities. Those are the two most prominent. Alright, well, haven't gotten real far here. I will admit that this would not be a route I would take if it was after dark. I think with any large city, you get used to the places that you just don't go after dark, like, it's not a promise that something's going to happen, but why put yourself in that situation if you don't have to? And this would probably be one of those neighborhoods. Especially if somebody stands out, like somebody on a bright green scooter. But overall, I've said this in past videos, I'm a white male, middle-aged, I suppose, male. And there's never really been a time that I've felt unsafe in the city. There's been situations I've been in, or like certain locations maybe that feel a little bit more uncomfortable than others, but as long as you keep to yourself and you don't bother anybody, it's usually not that big of a deal. So this is Forest Home. I could take this up another ride Got a guy doing a wheelie in front of me. It's gonna... There's some crazy stuff that goes on. Yep. Crazy stuff. And then you got an ATV on the road. You can't drive that on the street. Like I said, definitely some cultural differences in some of these neighborhoods. But no, I don't feel unsafe. I wouldn't advise a girlfriend or a sister or something to come in this area alone. But that's just me. So in the distance, you should be able to see St. Joseph's now. That's I said it was a cathedral in a past video. What I meant was a basilica. Wisconsin, I think, is the only state in the United States that has 2 basilicas. You've got St. Joseph's, which is right in front of us, and you have Holy Hill, which is probably like 30 miles northwest of the city, near Heartland, Richfield, or Hartford. Richfield. We have a Heartland and a Hartford, and I get those mixed up sometimes. We also have a Greenfield, a Glendale, and a Greendale, and those can be confusing. And Greenfield and Greendale are right next to each other too, so sometimes you don't know whether you're in Greenfield or Greendale. Many of these cities and municipalities they don't have like square boundaries. It's more like a lot of weird, convoluted boundaries. So yeah, this Lincoln Village here has a lot of good bones, I think. I think we've driven around here maybe once before, the other way, to go home. But the bones here are great, and I think, I think in time, neighborhoods like this will come back. I mean, it's still pretty vibrant, but it doesn't have the prestige of some of the other streets, or what it used to be. It's kind of more like discount stores and stuff. You'll see even the billboards up ahead of us. Well, the top one isn't, but the bottom one, it's in Spanish. Yeah, there is a large population of Mexicans in Milwaukee, and that's been like that my whole life. I've got cousins that are Mexican, and I think it's brought, I mean, not just Mexican, but like I said, all these other races. I mean, Milwaukee has a lot of diversity, and with that brings a lot of different styles of food. And I think, I'm not the biggest foodie, and I don't go to like a ton of restaurants. I don't eat out very often, but I know from listening to other, travel people and critics of the city that Milwaukee punches way above its weight in food and in restaurants. And I kind of joke about the fact that we'll go on vacation, and I've only been to Mexico once, and it was when I was a very young child, but I joke about we go on vacation, and I get better Mexican food in Milwaukee than I've had anywhere else. Even in like San Diego, you know, maybe I'm going to the wrong places, but kind of rambling today, I guess. So I did turn on 6th Street. 6th Street I just feel is the easiest way to get us up into downtown. I was also thinking, you know, I thought of a lot of different things when I was rewatching, oh, there's a guy on the motorcycle again. I was thinking of a few ideas when I was rewatching the video I just did earlier this week of Lake Country. And I was thinking, you know, that's almost a 3-hour video. Now, first off, it cut off. The last portion of the video is like corrupt or something. So we missed Blue Mound Road. So I'll have to do that again. But I was thinking, like, how many people are really going to watch a 2.5 to 3 hour video? I mean, I don't even watch those when I'm on YouTube. And especially not something that's, let's be honest, as low quality as my videos right now. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to probably make shorter sections, like 10 to 20 minute videos that are just in like neighborhood specific areas. That's historic Mitchell Street. We could go down there if we're showing all of the, yeah, if we're showing all the districts. Let's go see historic Mitchell Street. I don't think we've ever been down Mitchell Street, and that's a cool one. Alright, well, we'll start it at the freeway here, which is pretty much where it starts. I mean, it doesn't do much when you get over into Walker's Point. That's a good view of downtown. Rockwall Automation. It's a really good view of downtown. You got I-94 down there. I think my cousin went to this school when he was a kid. The Catholic Church, like I said, the Catholic churches. We just saw St. Joseph's. I forget what this one's called, but beautiful church. Alright, historic Mitchell Street. Another one of these, well, now Hispanic neighborhoods that has some really, really good bones. I'm going to try to stay as far away from this van as I can. Maybe I could do some stuff that I probably shouldn't do. Let's see if I can get around this truck. So yeah, historic Mitchell Street, really good bones. This could really come back alive eventually if we could, you know, start to gentrify this area. But right now, kind of more lower income. Lesser, we got a little bit of newer. Oh, it's the library, of course. Kind of hard to see going in the sun this way. We'll turn around and go the other way. Let's turn around right here at 11th. You can see some of these cars even have Mexico flags on them, like that one ahead of us. Alright, let's turn around. So, we need to go back that way anyway to get back downtown, so. Pretty cool bank building right there. Cream City brick. Alright, Historic Mitchell Street going east. Again, really good bones, a lot of historic buildings. I think we could definitely do some stuff to make this side of town just really thrive again. You'll see when we get to some of these more vibrant districts that this could so easily be one of those. It is still early. A little scary. Yeah, we really do have some pretty cool churches in this city. And just all around, we've retained a lot of really cool historic buildings. You'd think that they would synchronize, oh, another scooter. You'd think that they would synchronize these lights. I've been seeing a lot of illegal activity driving. Like that car. I mean, I suppose I did a U-turn in the middle of the road. This guy's gonna try to pass me. Real cool. Real cool. Yep. People just don't really care about a scooter on the road, you know? Isn't it sad? Well, I wasn't going to go this way. I was going to take 6th all the way up, but since we're over here, we might as well go through the 3rd Ward right away and go up Water Street. We can go through Walker's Point. Walker's Point has a pretty cool downtown area here on 2nd Street, I believe, or it could be 3rd. I think it's 2nd Street. We'll go underneath Rockwell Automation. I think as long as I just go through different streets that I haven't been on before, over time, if you were to watch all of them, you'd start to get a better idea of what the different areas of town are like. You know, like I would tell you right now that this area is up and coming, and so, you know, to buy property here is probably still fairly cheap. The housing stock isn't probably that great, and they're small lots, and but the potential is here. You know, this is where they're starting to develop. You'll see as soon as we get underneath here, just a whole change. But if you would have told me that, like, to buy something down here, 20 years ago, there's no way. Absolutely not. So yeah, we'll see kind of Walker's Point's little downtown area. Saz's is a famous caterer in the area. This is their location. And Stenny's, incredibly famous bar here in Milwaukee. It's been on multiple TV shows and well known in the city. It's definitely cooler. I mean, the sun's going down, closer to the lake. You've got Anodyne Coffee Roaster right there. That's their manufacturing facility, I believe. But they're a famous coffee roaster in the city. They provide coffee to local restaurants and things like that. So that's most of 2nd Street. It's kind of like a grittier side of town, but it's appealing to a lot of people because it is different than anywhere else in the city. I mean, nowhere else in the city does it have this feel. Purple Door ice cream is really popular. And I remember for years I've been looking at like this building right here on the corner and just thinking that would be so awesome to be able to redevelop this into apartments or condos. And this one too, I always thought like right here would be a perfect location to put a huge Target. It doesn't have to be huge, but like a first floor Target, apartments above, and you're right on the river. This is the Menominee River. And when we come across, got the Pritzloff building. They're in this kind of weird area in downtown that I think if they decide to take this freeway down is going to just boom. It's not very big, but right around we'll go past it. Right around the intermodal station, so where our Amtrak train comes in, the Hop streetcar kind of like terminus right there. There's already really expensive condos like above this building and everywhere around. Like there's a brand new luxury apartment building right there in the 3rd Ward. I mean, this whole area, I'm surprised like these little businesses like this gas station is right on the river. I'm surprised the city of Milwaukee wouldn't say, hey, you gotta either like sell your land to somebody who's gonna make it into something more significant, or just increase the tax rate so high that they have to move. I know that seems terrible, but it's really not what I would want. So yeah, you can see the streetcar lines right here. And everything here is the train station and the post office. And if we continue on the left here, this is the intermodal station. So where Amtrak we're going to turn right. We're going to go past another coffee roaster. Just Stone Creek Coffee. Smells incredible. Milwaukee Tool just moved their headquarters down here and renovated this whole building. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through on Wisconsin here. I forgot about this. So I got to turn around and go on Michigan. That guy just ran a red light. Wow. So yeah, there's Milwaukee Tool. Did a good job there. They recently, I hate this building, but they recently renovated it into apartments. It was an office building. We never kind of went in this side of town anyway, so it's nice to see over here. I think this side of town gets forgotten a lot. Like I said, with that freeway right in front of us, it really cuts off like the two sides of downtown. Between the 3rd Ward downtown, that little area where the train station is. I think it would change a lot. And change the, this whole side of town would be completely different and more vibrant. So right here is kind of the back side of what used to be the Grand Avenue Mall, and on the right is Wisconsin Electric, the largest electric company or utility in the state of Wisconsin, I believe. Could be Alliant. And a very underutilized park. But again, there's nobody living over here. There's a hotel here. But I can honestly tell you, I've never known anybody to have stayed at that hotel. I'm surprised it's in business. I mean, who would want to stay on this side of town? I mean, there's some cool buildings, but there's just really nothing to do. I mean, you're not that far from stuff. You're only a few blocks, but so much more potential. So we're going to go over the Milwaukee River, and we've made it to Water Street. Some of our awesome downtown buildings here. Ugh. Well, bike died and I had to jump start it right in the middle of the street here, so that's cool. Like I said, it's a little chilly when you're in the shade. So we've seen this drive plenty of times, but it never gets old. This view right here in Water Street is like the center of Milwaukee. Got City Hall in front of us, all the banks. mean, that's all it is just banks all the way through here. But I mean, that's who has their names on the buildings. And you've got the Paps Theater, going to be on the left up here, across from City Hall. So it's pretty busy out. I mean, there's a good amount of people. The traffic is heavy. I'm afraid it's going to die again, and I don't want to be in a predicament. So there's a couple other areas, like right here on Water Street, that can be a little bit frustrating. Like the Performing Arts Center could activate the street a little bit better. It's kind of a dead zone in the middle of the city. Then you got Red Arrow Park over here on the right, and in the wintertime it's an ice rink. There used to be a Starbucks in like the bottom floor of that terrace, and I don't know, I mean, it's not really used. I think there could be a better use to it. I mean, it is nice to have the park there, but I think there needs to be more. It's just all office around here. There's a hotel right next to me on my left. So yeah, you got the Performing Arts Center over here. This is where like your plays and stuff are going to be. Obviously, performing arts. And then this is kind of our Water Street strip of bars, mostly on the left. So it's not much, not a ton of people out right now. But that's pretty, once you get to AJ Bombers here at the end. And we're gonna go across the river then. Third Street, and we'll see how busy that is, and the Deer District. Whoa. Like I said, some seedy driving. I've got to be careful. So over the river you'll see the new Trade Hotel, Pfizer Forum. Milwaukee River again, some boats out. Alright, first street, right after you get over the river, is 3rd Street. I mean, now I guess they call it the whole thing King Drive, but to me, it'll always be known as 3rd Street. For a while, it was called, like, Historic 3rd Street. But anyway, and that strip pretty much starts right here at Carson's on the north. And this one's going to be mostly on the right, the strip. But they've done a lot over here. I honestly think that this strip is much more appealing. Everybody in the city, I remember when I was growing up, everybody said, oh, we're going to Water Street, we're going to Water Street. But once I lived down here, I kind of realized that, okay, the suburban kids are going to come down to Water Street. So we went and found other places, and when I was younger, we always hung around here, and all of these places were, I mean, some of these places weren't here. This strip is really grown up. And see, they have their, they shut down the road here to put a patio out. You can see how crazy it'll get. Like I said, we'll probably come back down here after dark, because this whole area will be packed. And then across the way you'll have Pure Marquette Park. Which does get a lot of action actually, because it's right on the river. It's kind of just a small little pocket park. But it's got a nice gazebo or whatever down there. And then you got the Milwaukee County Historical Society right here as well. An old bank. So we'll go back over the river. At this point I have almost no plan to where we're going to go or what we're going to do. Illinois folk in front of us. I could turn right. That could be fun. Benihana. Because I love this strip. Could be so much more. The Germania building. We'll go back over the river here on Wells and go past the Pabst Theater again. I think we'll just kind of wander around downtown, you know, and see what there is to see. Right now we've been kind of sticking near the river. And I mean, I guess it's fairly busy out. I wouldn't say it's crazy. There was somebody that was leasing that, but they got it for lease now, so that's not good. I think it was like a yoga place at one point. And right in front of us used to be Rock Bottom, and then they, I think they got in some sort of lawsuit or something, I don't remember. But they shut down. Alright. So we've got the Milwaukee Riverwalk here. You can see people coming across the bridge. Enjoying a stroll. And we can just stay on Wells. Oh, there must be a show at the Pabst tonight. Apparently we can't stay on Wells, but we'll go up to Milwaukee Street. Well, I guess this is Broadway. I wonder who it is playing tonight. I mean, it's a lot of middle-aged women. You could take Kilbourne. Kilbourne's a cool road to take to the lake. It doesn't go to the lake, but it'll go far enough. This would be considered the MSOE campus area. There's also some office buildings here. Ahead of us is Ascent. It's the tallest timber building in the world, I think, right now. Or at least in the United States. Mass timber. And then to our right is going to be Cathedral Square. So we're going to turn here on Jefferson. And Jefferson is another strip that has a few bars. And we usually call this Cathedral Square. We got the square there, we got the cathedral across the way, and you've got the bars that are right here on Jefferson and Wells, which we couldn't get to before. But they just redid Cathedral Square, so it looks nice. Definitely have a different feel over here. Another office lease. That's about all we got there. We've got the Pfister right here on our right, the famous Grand Hotel in Milwaukee. And we're back to Wisconsin Avenue. Got the federal courthouse in front of us. It's a pretty cool building as well. And Wisconsin's tallest building, U.S. Bank building. You just think of what a difference it would be if that elevated freeway ahead of us wasn't there, and you could see more of the city. It'd be a game changer, that's for sure. We're going to turn east on Wisconsin, because why not? Let's see the art museum. You'll see Northwestern Mutual on the left after the Wisconsin Gas Building. And Wisconsin's going to turn into Prospect as it goes north. Yeah, it's chilly in the shade. I think that's that same Maserati. Could take Mason to get to the lakefront, but we were on the lakefront the other day. I don't know if we need to go that way. Maybe we'll continue around Easttown or Juneautown, whichever you prefer. These are some of the most expensive condos in the city right here. Right on the lakefront. But instead of turning onto Prospect like we would have, or like I've normally done, to go up to the east side, we're going to go straight. And this is Astor. Well, we'll turn into Astor. You can see the descent over there again. This is Kilbourne, the end of it. And Kilbourne turns into Prospect as well. Not many people in the park anymore. Probably all going to the lakefront. But it's probably dark down there too. Or getting there. And it's noticeably cooler over here by the lake. This place is fairly new and renovated. Nobody in there. This is the Astor Hotel. And across the way is the Knickerbocker. This is a very sought after neighborhood for urban living. This is Ogden, which is like the end of downtown. And now we're technically in like what's considered the east side. But if you're going to dissect it even more, we would say this is the Brady Street area, the Brady Street neighborhood. This is where you're going to find townhomes and smaller apartment buildings and homes, single-family homes and duplexes. I feel like I knew that person. And now we're up to Brady Street. I kind of want to go around the block and see if I do know them. We'll go down Brady Street again, because Brady Street's probably going to be one of the busiest. If I do know her, I might have to turn the video off. Yep, I think she's gone. Oh well, we tried. We tried. Alright, we'll turn around and maybe I'll cut this video. Whatever. Oh, I'm upset because I feel like I knew her, but so anyway, this is Brady Street. Like I said, probably going to be the most busy of all the areas. far as pedestrians. You're gonna see scooters over here, that's for sure. So there's a scooter. Yeah, it's not crazy busy yet. But it will be. I mean, there are people eating. There's definitely people inside. Alright, we'll take Farwell down then. Getting chilly. I almost kind of feel like cutting this short. I can't turn here, but I think I said it once in an earlier video that this corner is going to be really redeveloped with a hotel. So this is Farwell, and Farwell goes south, kind of on a diagonal, parallel to Prospect, which goes north. There you can see the hop in front of us. Show at Shank Hall tonight. I think we'll turn on to Ogden, because Ogden is like the cutoff between downtown and the east side. Everything in front of us is pretty much what we consider downtown. Now we're following the hop, but we're into the sun, so that's not ideal. I can't really act like a car, so I can't, or like a bike, so I can't go in the bike lane. I really shouldn't. I'm a vehicle, so there's a bus and the streetcar. There we go. Get out of the sun so we can at least see. This is Van Buren. Which Van Buren is a pretty main street. The East Point Shopping Center. There's a Pick and Save there, which is like a local grocery store. Good views of the city up on top of the hill here. But we'll continue on Ogden. And this is Milwaukee Street. And we'll turn south on Milwaukee Street, actually. So again, really good views of the city from up here. So MSOE put their soccer and lacrosse fields on top of their parking garage there, so looks like they're practicing lacrosse. From what I know, I think they have a pretty good team, so the program's like pretty well regarded. I think this guy is following me, or... Nope. Alright, we're now on Milwaukee Street. This is the heart of MSOE campus. Everything on our right is MSOE. And the left, I mean, are mostly apartments. This is a new building I haven't seen before. It's pretty cool. That's their baseball diamond. Right here, that's all renovated as well. Looks like there's probably a game. Or there was. Milwaukee Street is known for having some pretty good restaurants. Smells good. Got Hotel Metro in front of us on Mason Street. Mason Street's a cool road. We could go back down to Wisconsin and then come down Mason Street and then maybe take a quick ride on the lakefront. Then I might head home. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so it'd be nice to eat. I could eat somewhere around here. My brakes are squeaky. This building's for sale right here. Interesting. Prime location. It's arguably the ugliest building on the block, but hey, better to be the worst on the block than the best on the block, I suppose. You can always upgrade. So yeah, these restaurants are very popular. Alright, we're back at Wisconsin Avenue. A little bit further, well, I think we're like a block further west from where we were last time. Alright, we'll turn right here in front of these two. And I suppose we could go back up Broadway until we get to Mason Street. And we'll take Mason Street to the lake. Problem is, it kind of loops us north rather than south, which is okay. We're not going to go the whole length of the lake. Well, maybe. I could take it to North Avenue. People are probably thinking, what did this guy do? Go around the block? Yep, I did. Smells really good over here. Yeah, good amount of people out. It's one of our newest tall residential buildings, 333. I think. Or maybe it's 777 Van Buren. I think that's what it is. 333 is the new one in the 3rd Ward. There's that building from Northwestern Mutual. This is their campus right here. They're renovating that skyscraper. And now we're back to Prospect. So this is the War Memorial in front of us, Art Museum to our right. And you got a great view downtown, the East Side buildings, the lake, Veterans Park. I don't think we're going to get a better view of the lake and the park than that. Alright, so we can't turn here, so we have to go up the river, up the lakefront a little bit. So I think we'll just take the lakefront. As you can see, it's dark down here. The sun's behind the bluff, so it's chilly. It's definitely chilly. But people are enjoying it. A lot of motorcycles and other toys are out. Our lakefront is beautiful. I mean, it's definitely our best asset. It's chilly though, I'll tell you that much. You can see ahead of us, I don't know if you'll see it on the video, but ahead of us above the bridge is the water tower. And that's where we're gonna head. This is the Brady Street Bridge. We were up on Brady Street not too long ago. Got Lafayette Hill Road right here. A lot of people by the lake today, that's for sure. Got the mansions up on top of the bluff. Alright, and then this is the North Avenue exit, I guess. I don't know what it's called. Water Tower Road? Guess I never knew that. Maybe I did. North Point Snack Bar. We got Bradford Beach right ahead of us. I'm sure they have the tiki bars open. We could have went and looked, but that's alright. What we can do is we can actually go up North Avenue and we'll go around and we'll come back down into the city through Lincoln Memorial Drive. And we'll take that into the 3rd Ward. We're going up the hill. Fun. It'd be fun to go down too. I'm a little bit scared I don't have enough grip to go too far sideways. Now we have a great view of the lake and the bay. And the water tower, which we could drive around so we could see it from the other side maybe. You got a guy playing a guitar over there. Looking at the beautiful view. We'll go around it once so you can see the view coming onto it. I mean, you can't get a better view than that. Really? Alright, enough joyriding, Derek. Alright, we're going to turn here on Downer. And I think before we actually just went up the main road on Downer, but we'll go through this neighborhood a little bit. I don't know how well things are going to come through now with the sun being so low. This would probably be the neighborhood I would live in if I could afford one of these houses someday. These historic homes, brick homes. Still pretty urban though. So this is Lake Drive. And Lake Drive is known as the most prestigious road in the city. We drove on most of it before, but didn't drive on this part of it. And this is the famous Lake Park. Well, this is actually the North Point Lighthouse right over here, but this is Lake Park. I was wrong. Lake Point Lighthouse is further south, but this is Lake Park. And you got some incredible homes up here. These don't even have lake views. But this park basically lies on top of the bluff overlooking Lake Michigan. And we're gonna stop at Kenwood up here. It's definitely chilly. Like cold. My hands are cold. But up here at Kenwood, this turns back into Lincoln Memorial Drive. And so this will come back down the hill and we'll go along the lakefront again. To our left is UW Milwaukee. Now we've come up this hill, but we've never gone down it. So this should be a pretty cool view of the city coming back into town. Especially with the light that we have right now. There's the lake. Here's the bottom of Lake Park. You can see the south of the bay over there, and a huge cargo ship coming out of the port, it looks like. Pretty cool. You can see the tower down there, that's Bayview. The power plant on the corner of the land is Oak Creek. And as we come around the corner here, we should be able to start to see downtown Milwaukee. Yep, right ahead of us, you can see the Hone Bridge out in the bay. This is Bradford Beach. Good amount of people out there. The tiki bars are not open. There's the water tower again. And and then around here we'll be able to see the skyline. Pretty impressive view. The light's actually worse than I thought it would be. It's a little too far down, but it's okay. Yeah, all this on the east side is all just parkland on the lakefront. There's really no development down here at all, and if there is, it's just like a snack shop, or you got Collectivo coffee shop right up here. That's about it. I mean, it's kind of nice. Now you see all the east side condos on Prospect Avenue. Yeah, it's getting busy. I failed to mention that pretty much everywhere I've been in the city so far, it smelled like weed. So even though weed isn't legal here in Wisconsin, I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. Delta 8 is legal here, so you see shops like that around everywhere. But nobody's really particularly, like, hiding it anymore. I figured I've been smelling it so much that there's no point like pointing out every place I smell it, because I smell it pretty much everywhere. Even down here by the lakefront when we were up where there was more people. Which for me, I don't really care. I actually don't mind the smell. But I know some people don't like the smell. I think it's a better smell than cigarette smoke. I think the difference though is that the smell of weed it like lingers a lot longer than a cigarette does. I don't know. There's the art museum. Some people doing some photo ops probably. That's what I should do. I should get a good picture for like a cover photo or like a thumbnail of the scooter on the lakefront. I'll do that another day. I'll probably go around and I'll just take a bunch of pictures. So you've got Discovery World over there and the north entrance to the Summerfest grounds. So we're actually going to be driving we're going to continue on like a Memorial Drive into the 3rd Ward along the side of the Summerfest grounds. This is the tallest residential building in the state, just being finished, the Couture. Took a long time to get built, but it did. So we're pretty excited to have that. Yeah, they're proposing to take all of this down, all these highway, except for the ramps going up onto the Hone Bridge, which makes sense. But all the ones that are connecting to connect to the Marquette interchange, all that they're proposing to take down. Personally, I think it's a good idea. I don't ever use that road. Every once in a while, but I think it would be a lot easier to just get off at the Marquette interchange or one of the other exits. It's just like I've shown throughout this video, it just cuts through downtown, and two really vibrant neighborhoods are just separated by this stupid bridge. And all this area too, where we've got prime Summerfest grounds right there. This place, I'll come drive down here during the Summerfest week, or a weekend, because, oops, I'm going to go straight. We've gone down that way before. But yeah, this is the middle entrance to Summerfest grounds. And if we continue, we'll even make it to the south entrance. You've got all these new development condos here in the 3rd Ward. We've showed plenty of the 3rd Ward. So there's the Hone Bridge. And the headquarters for Summerfest ahead of us. And the South Gate. And there's not a lot around here right now, it's all parking lots. But it died again. At least I'm in a place where there's nobody around. Alright, so yeah, all this I think is going to just become more developed. Probably have more retail. But already, all these along the river are very expensive condos. And we've been over here before. We've just never come in from this angle. On the left up here is the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, or MIAD. A little too fast. And this is Catalano Square. Good amount of people there. I wonder if there's a band playing. Well, we could go check it out. I think there's probably a band. Good amount of people in this area. Oh, it's a beer garden. Of course. Well, I guess we didn't do this district of the entertainment district, so we should anyway. Club Charlie's is cool. Yeah, Catalano Square is packed, and there's somebody playing guitar on top. Alright, well. Might as well go through the 3rd Ward. Since we're here. This is Broadway that we're on. Same Broadway that was up in downtown that's ahead of us, but see that big freeway is cutting it off. I really hope this video turns out with, it just seems dark. I am wearing sunglasses, I should take those off. I can actually see now. Oh, the video should turn out fine. I mean, this is always packed. You almost never can find parking here, but again, it's Friday night, dinner time. People are out. Got the Milwaukee Public Market on the kitty corner from us. A lot of people over here, of course. Yeah, when you're going slower, it's not that bad out. It's actually pretty nice. Ooh, the sun's bright. Alright, we're kind of going to come full circle, actually, because up in front of us, as we cross over the river, is the Pritzloff building on 2nd Street. And we'll turn down 2nd Street again and head home. I'll have to go over the river again, but that's okay. Must be a wedding tonight or something. Alright, over the railroad tracks and over the river again. I'm going a little fast. Yeah, there's more people out now. Oh, I just went right through a stop sign. Oh well. At least I didn't get hit by a car. That was scary. I didn't see it, it was above me. That was pretty scary. I should be more aware of where I'm going. Could take National Avenue. I didn't take that one yet today. I don't know what they're doing.